It's celebrity madness tonight. Tom Cruise, Sylvester Stallone, and Britney Spears. Don't tell their agents. It's You've Been Framed and Famous. Welcome to the show. Michael Ball here, showing the moves that have made him one of the West End's hottest properties. Nothing can stop the ball in full flow. Not even a cracked skull. I'm fine, darlings, I'm fine. It's only a graze. Carry on. Nobody gets on the karaoke when Shane Ritchie's around. Every Tuesday night, Shane insists the family join in as he recreates the classic hits of the 80s. And boy, does Shane's dog love Duran Duran.
Come here, you lovely hunk of...
They only turned up at John Barrowman's to tarmac the driveway. And half an hour and a quart of Bacardi later, they found themselves doing this. Imagine the smile on John's face. How do our breakfast TV stars manage to get up for work in the mornings in such a cheery mood? Well, this is how GMTV's Kate Garraway does it. Yes, husband Derek Draper, with his fire extinguisher. Well, Gordon Brown finds yet another intriguing way to enjoy his retirement. He's become a pearl diver. Go get those pearls, Gordon. Your timeshare chalet in Magaluf won't pay for itself. Here we are in Madonna's garden with a couple of her new children. Madonna's very hands-on. Here she comes now. To be honest, I thought she could afford a full-size pool, but the lawyers gave it to Guy. He kept the swing, too. If Top Gear's James May ever had gender realignment, this is what the show would look like. Too horrible to contemplate, really. Here's Newsnight covering another hard day on the campaign trail for Robert Kilroy Silk. Today, he's on the Norfolk Broads, whipping up support with his wife. I'd vote for him. Off camera, it's nice to hear Kirsty Walk remaining impartial. Russell Grant's hair has got long, hasn't it? Here he is, taking the time to teach the kids to cycle in downtown Swaffham.
Oh, no!
I bet you didn't see that one coming, Russell.
Oh, no!
We've got plenty of Tom Cruise-related material on the way, but let's just reacquaint ourselves with the great man. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Cruise. Judith Chalmers, sadly missing from our screens. Still, she always puts on a show. I think the sun's finally got to her. Sing one we know, Judith. Music now, and a famous song about fame, called Fame. Hollywood legends now. And not everyone liked Meg Ryan's last movie.
Honey, go, honey, go. That hurt. That really.
Oh dear. It's like Parkinson all over again.
Go. Are you serious?
Demi Moore makes extra cash by performing tricks with a monkey in a graveyard. I can't believe I actually said that. They're fine with it, as long as it doesn't upset the mourners.
So sit. Okay.
Poor Jennifer Aniston. She used to have flunkies doing this for her when she was a big star.
I don't know why, but I keep feeling like I have to.
Wonderful acting. You've either got it or you ain't.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
And she's got it.
Very nice of you.
It's Daniel Radcliffe, seen here opening the Stratford-on-Avon butterfly farm with TV funny man Stu I Could Crush a Grape Francis. Bring back Crackerjack, I say.
Crackerjack!
You join us at the unlikely marriage of Joaquin Phoenix and Catherine Tate. Nice to see the dog approves of the union. Dirty boy. Pick it up, someone. And finally, of course, it's Sly Stallone, engineering yet another reason not to visit his weird mother. Ouch! I felt that. More stars on the way. More Michael Ball. The Cheeky Girls. And their old friend, Lisa Riley. All on You've Been Framed and Famous. Welcome back. Now, before they were famous, starting with Olympic diving star Tom Daley. He got there in the end. George Takei didn't show much promise for his future stint on I'm a Celebrity. Beam him up, Scotty. But comic Peter Kay was in two minds about his future career. A life making people laugh, or a lucrative job as a pole dancer in the clubs of Chorley. He tried both, but this was the deciding factor. Ah, the gift of laughter. Book the MEN. Little Jeremy Clarkson here. That's why, at the bottom of this hill, his mum dug a ditch. Meanwhile, she's up in the house making Paddingtons. Here's Inspector Morse star Kevin Waitley enjoying a cheap and cheerful holiday in his own back garden. Meanwhile, former You've Been Framed host Lisa Riley visits Australia. Yes, Lisa, you can have the 250 quid, but the job's mine. It's West End star Michael Ball relaxing on his own supersized B-day. Roll with it, Michael. It's all good training for the South Pacific revival. Calm down, ladies. He's otherwise engaged. And here's former bandmates Justin Timberlake and Joey Fatone on holiday in Aspen, Colorado. Nice to see they're still on good terms. What was the name of their band again?
NSYNC.
NSYNC, yes.
NSYNC.
I remember now. Billy Joel attempts to get to know the locals on tour in Australia. Sing us a song, Mr. Piano Man. Miss Dawn French, setting off from her Cornwall clifftop mansion to meet Jennifer Saunders in Barnes. I love Jane McDonald, don't you? But here she is faking her own death, setting off for a new life in Panama.
Sorry, that's a light interruption. Elliot, move your head!
You can buy a house for £60,000, apparently. And Summer finds Denise Welsh on fine form as she puts a bit back and entertains the local minicab drivers on the banks of the Liffey. You've lost one or two of theirs attention, Denise. You've got them back. That's it. Dirty girl. Finally, George W. Bush and Dick Cheney enjoy their retirement by going out into a field and attacking a basic model of North Korea's Kim Jong-il. Who's next? Anne Robinson? Now, a day in the life of everyone's favorite tiny star, Mr. Tom Cruise. He starts the morning enjoying a game of basketball with his daughter Suri, who is already showing a worrying lack of respect for her dad. Help him, Suri. Suri? Suri! Then it's on to the Yankee Stadium where, for publicity, Tom attempts to hit the first ball of the World Series. He did that on purpose. Tom hates anyone over 5 foot. Who says Scientologists aren't fun? By lunchtime, Tom's playing practical jokes on his long-suffering wife, Katie Holmes. And he's invited Kylie Minogue to watch. No, Tom. Then it's off to Mothercare for a new suit. It's a little-known fact that Tom is a big fan of British cars. Something to do with the brake and acceleration pedals being higher. Then over to Warner Brothers Studios for some effects work on Tom's new version of The Invisible Man. That's him in the blue. Now you see him. Now you don't. Then, after earning $20 million for just turning up, Tom continues to harass Katie Holmes, who seems to be less of a wife and more just a target for his rage against the tall.
Don't do that. Oh!
Poor Katie.
I hated you!
And finally, it's off to another Hollywood party where Scarlett Johansson discovers Tom's all-man. Thank you, Tom Cruise. Let's look into celebrity futures now. It's 2040 and the cheeky girls are fighting a losing battle to try and keep their figures. Lembit Opik, meanwhile, has moved on. Fast forward 20 years and the Thompson Twins reunion tour wasn't attracting the crowds they'd hoped for. Perhaps their new direction was confusing audiences. It's certainly confusing the band. Play Love on Your Side. Play Doctor Doctor. Play one we know. And by the middle of the 21st century, Monica Seles has really let herself go. 2025, and the Fern and Phil reunion wasn't as popular as they'd hoped. They ended up filming at the Village Hall and putting it up on YouTube. This Christmas special alone gets 2 million hits. You can't knock them, though. They still got it. And we finish with Fern Cotton and Holly Willoughby touring the nightclubs of Kiev. They've still got the moves. First Holly, and now Fern. Welcome to another memorable evening's entertainment on Children in Need, starting with John Barrowman. That's got to be worth a $5. Now Michael Ball. And finally, Michael Barrymore. Another charity bash with Bobby Davro, Bradley Walsh and Brian Conley doing what they do best. Pure entertainment. You can't bottle it, you can't taste it, but it's there, and it's great. And as always, the BBC News team arrived to destroy their dignity in the name of fundraising. Let's check the totalizer. We've only been on air 3 hours and already we're at a whopping £27. Fiona Bruce there. That's what she wears under the news desk. Gavin Escher, Sophie Rayworth, and Gareth Edwards complete the lineup. Finally, the headline act. Comedy transvestite Eddie Izzard being bullied by the very kids he's supposed to be helping. That's quite a restrained outfit for Eddie, to be honest. So it's good night from Children in Need for another year. The early days of EastEnders now, and the thrilling swing ball storyline when Anita Dobson and June Brown played this for the entire Christmas Day episode 1986. 24 million viewers. Those were the days. I wondered where that bucket had got to. In Coronation Street, there's drama as the Battersby Browns go camping and Chesney takes out young Amy Barlow. Noel Edmonds returns to primetime BBC with this new series, Saturday Night Chaseaway, in which every week Noel is chased by a different animal for an hour. The first show featured a donkey, and the lion in week 4 brought the series to an abrupt end. Bill Oddie and Kate Humble demonstrate the sexual tension that makes Springwatch unmissable. Meet the winner of the American series of The Apprentice.
It won't come out.
Okay.
Donald Trump has even less of a choice than Sir Alan.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
You're fired.
Oh my God.
Movie star Will Ferrell has joined the cast of Casualty, but can't resist bringing his own brand of sick humour to the show. Another episode of Grand Designs, and another budget spinning wildly out of control. Why does no one ever listen to Kevin McLeod? John Travolta's house isn't as big as I expected. Where does he park the 747? And John insists his guests recreate some of his favourite film roles. Today it's Grease. You should see it when he wants him to do Face Off. Carnage. It's lovely Sarah Cox. You know, off the radio. How does she keep in shape? Easy. No food ever actually makes it to her mouth. Some of the rejects from How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria took the news very badly. She'd made her own costume and everything. Remember Lance Bass from NSYNC wanted to go into space? Me neither. He's still trying. Still falling. It's the Channel 4 News Team reunion dinner. Looks like one or two have already been at the aperitifs. Well, Jon Snow's enjoying himself anyway. Chase me. Paul Merton and Joe Brand relax between shows at the Edinburgh Festival. Joe's always been curious about Paul's thick mane of hair. No, Joe, it's not a wig. No, it's some sort of weave. It's Wayne and Colleen's mansion in Prestbury, and already cracks in the marriage are beginning to show. She called him Spudface last night, and he hasn't forgotten it. Don't call me that, all right, Colleen? Not Spudface, all right. Corden and Horn's next movie is a martial arts epic. It looks like it could be dynamite, 2 tickets in the stalls, please. Music now from Oasis, who by the time of this transmission may or may not have reformed. Chancellor Alistair Darling, Prince Harry, and EastEnders Little Willie. See you soon on You've Been Friend and Famous. Welcome back. Well, here we are in the garden of number 11 Downing Street, and Alistair Darling celebrates the start of another recession with Harriet Harman and his young niece. He does this after every budget speech. 2p on fags. After Ron Atkinson resigned from ITV1, he had one last blowout in the canteen. By 3 in the morning, he was still there. In body, if not in mind. Bobby Charlton didn't last long on Spring Watch. The natural rapport he had with footballers just didn't transfer to animals. Most people know Henry Fonda's classic movie On Golden Pond, but few know of the sequel, On Filthy Lake, where Fonda plays a man with a small boat who sells and drinks cut-price vodka. Needless to say, he didn't get an Oscar for this one. Love the green shoes. George Bush Sr. has had Barbara Bush cloned for those exciting nights in.
Don't get this picture.
Time to look in on some of our favourite sports stars now. Cue the music. If you've captured a memorable moment on your mobile, you can upload it directly to us at itv.com/framed. It couldn't be easier getting your hands on 250 quid if your phone clip is used in one of our programs. It's Celebrity Framed World News. The headlines. Prince Harry is hoping to land the job drumming in Liam Gallagher's new band. And he'll even hit himself to save Liam having to do it for him. He hasn't heard back yet. In business news, Colonel Sanders has unveiled his very crispy fried chicken. And the secret ingredient? Meths. It's finger-burning good. Lifestyle now, and Lady Gaga has announced she's become the new face of Speedo. However, at the event, the organisers grew herbs along the catwalk, forgetting that Gaga is allergic to dill. It plays havoc with her balance. Get back on there, Gaga. Environment news. Activist Al Gore now directly targets the bosses of polluting companies by heckling them at their birthday parties.
You'll be happy.
It doesn't really work, but it makes Al feel better. Politics, and John Prescott takes direct action against the evil of gambling. This was filmed in the House of Commons bar. MPs love the Eurythmics. Fresh from her disastrous visit to the Northern Moor estate in Wythenshawe, Sarah Ferguson hopes representing Britain at the Olympics will make her as popular as Zara Phillips. And finally, Michael Jackson fans claim, like Elvis, he's still alive. This footage is definitely compelling evidence. Michael Jackson or Michael Flatley? You decide. That's all from Celebrity Framed World News. It's R&B star, the ego-crazed Kanye West, finally getting married. His real name is Fred, but it's slowly dawning on Kanye that the only person he could truly ever love with his heart and soul is himself. And since you can't get married to yourself, there's only one thing for it. Feign death and hope everyone goes away.
Oh my God. What's wrong?
It's working. Paul Ross has always been upstaged by brother Jonathan, even on his wedding day. Jonathan's gate-crashed the frequency of the vicar's radio microphone.
Yeah.
Poor Paul. Will he ever escape from JR's shadow? I believe he can. Quick to throw off the memory of her previous marriage, Britney Spears gets hitched again to some bloke she met in Walmart. But she hasn't reckoned on Preston remaining loyal to K-Fed. Not on my watch, Ma. The horse had its own thoughts about Katie and Peter's big day. And as it turned out, was absolutely correct. But of course we should have known it wouldn't last when this was how they exchanged vows. Start as you mean to go on. Within a year, she'd swapped padded sticks for knives. Come on, Pete, we're on your side. The reception at Charles and Camilla's wedding, and a chance for Prince Andrew to let his hair down. Time for some pop stars. And this is the patented Britney Spears facelift. Simply tie your hair in a top knot, then get your dog to pull. Instantly stretches out those wrinkles. And it's cheaper and more fun than Botox.
Come here.
More footage released from Michael Jackson's This Is It tour rehearsals confirms Macaulay Culkin was to be a special guest. Originally, there were 4 singing Jonas Brothers, but only 3 made it big. You know the rules. No teeth, no show. Disney doesn't do ugly. Yes, Beth Ditto's tour manager catches her falling off the diet wagon again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Anything you want to say in your defense?
I was hungry.
Here's the exact moment Robbie Williams and Guy Chambers' writing partnership went sour. I felt that. Even at the age of 2, Mr. T was perfecting his trademark stare.
Real quick.
I ain't getting on no plane, fool. In his younger days, Batman's Christian Bale was a polite young man, far removed from the profanity-spewing ego nutjob he was to become. In fact, he was positively insecure. Mel Gibson's problems with the law started at a very young age.
Oh, let's go.
Ultra-rare footage of a 2-year-old Elvis Presley at school at Memphis High. It's hot, and he's thirsty. Sing it, Elvis. Yes, Jeremy Clarkson started his love of vehicles as a child. And eventually, all those bangs to the head created the lovable rogue we so cherish. Go, Jeremy. More TV stars now. Here's Bear Grylls, who can survive in the wild on just grubs and roots. But give him a dog and a lead, and he's mincemeat. Back to the hotel, Bear. Ant and Dec, shown actual size. And this is how they insist on arriving at the ITV studios. Riding triumphantly on the back of an ass. And dismount. Love it. The Americans decide to send Tracy Ullman back. They're going to deposit her in the Hudson River and let her make her own way. That's the theory, anyway. Birds of a Feather star Pauline Quirk and her audition tape for I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Go on, Pauline. Let's see what you're made of.
That's it.
I'm afraid that's not what we're looking for. Kerry Katona's husband Mark is now even trying to earn money from their children's bowel movements.
Right into the microphone. Come on.
Okay, have your 250 quid and never darken our door again. Since being killed off in EastEnders, Ethel's little Willie has stayed in television. He now works on Channel 5's Fifth Gear as their way of saving money on fuel. That's another 10 quid saved. After testing wine all around Europe, James May's new TV series has him testing super strength lager all around Blackpool. This is episode 2, Tenants Extra on the Queen's Promenade. Don't worry, James, there's a built-in hairdryer back at the hotel. Radio 1's Zane Lowe and Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen are hot favourites to lose next year's Dancing on Ice. They make Todd Carty look like Robin Cousins. And finally, Radio 2's Sarah Kennedy returns to our screens as the sole host of new Game for a Laugh. Matthew and Henry Kelly refuse to take part. David Bowie once wrote a song about fame, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. At home with Brittany.
And they're being out as a male pig.
In the stables with Jordan. And at the park with Ronaldinho. All on You've Been Framed and Famous. Welcome back. John Barrowman's filming his dogs. No wonder they look confused. They've never seen John in lederhosen before. Unlike half the population of Earl's Court.
Are you ready? You want to go? Go for a ride? You want to get a cookie?
Ewan McGregor has become the new roving reporter for Watchdog, advising on correct procedure.
No, walk up the steps. Walk up the steps, Laura. You hurt yourself.
He does speak a lot of sense, doesn't he?
You okay?
He's relaxed.
Britney Spears catches her living room on camera. Looks like she's had a good clean-up since the welfare people were last drowned.
Dogs nursing cats, but never a pig nursing a dog.
Lovely.
And they're being out as a male pig.
Michael Caine sits back after his Christmas lunch and lets rip with a disco classic, while his cleaner Val tidies up. Her morale is boosted by his crooning.
We have just lost the stick yet again.
Peter Kay's on camera now.
This is live footage, ladies and gentlemen. As we speak, this is happening live.
Working on his remake of the classic David Essex gypsy sitcom, The River. Pete's put more slapstick in.
Oh my God, I think that is a beagle show.
I'm afraid not. Beagle hasn't presented this show since 1923.
Round of applause. Did you get the stick, James? No.
Now Carol Vorderman's no longer on Countdown. And thanks to the recession, the money-lending adverts aren't bringing in the cash they used to. Carol is forced to supplement her benefit claims by constantly filming strangers, in the hope she'll catch something we'll pay 250 quid for.
Joseph, we've got this on film.
There will be turkey at Christmas after all. When he's not making multi-million-dollar Hollywood blockbusters, Steven Spielberg keeps his hand in by filming himself going about his daily business. Here he is making an early morning cup of tea for his old friend, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Let's check the flame. How are we doing there? Oh, wrong one. Not doing too good. We got a fire going here.
Don't blow on it. You'll make it worse. You're going to set the whole flat on fire at this rate.
Looking too good.
You muppet.
There's a little bit of a mess.
And here comes Catherine. Where's my tea?
Good morning.
Ronaldinho now plays for the Ukraine's third richest club, FC Odessa. This is their new stadium. But the climate doesn't really play to his strengths. The talent scouts from Chelsea aren't impressed. The feud continues as Katie Price now unleashes one of her old implants against Peter Andre as he relaxes in his mid-price caravan in a field near Swaffham. Just let it go, Katie. Let it go. Get over it. Since Ground Force was cancelled, Tommy Walsh has a job with the blood transfusion service, picking up rare blood groups and dropping them off at the hospital. I can't see it lasting myself. Before he left, Peter hired a horse whisperer to turn them all against her. Let it go, Peter. Move on. Microsoft boss Bill Gates has come up with a new invention which he reckons will revolutionize sea travel. Not sure, Willie. Now Prince Harry takes action against a gossip in the scrum. Keep your mouth shut next time. Now ITV does product placement. Here's Boy George in a subtle advert for beer. It's good for you. Despite the stories, it seems the making of Apocalypse Now wasn't the nightmare it was portrayed to be. Here's director Francis Ford Coppola starting his 5th day straight with no sleep, at which point even the attention of a moth can become a rare treat.
Oh my gosh!
They do tickle, don't they, moths? With their tiny tongues. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. And away to Martin Sheen's tent. Thank heavens there's no business like show business, or plumbers would start demanding their own dressing rooms.
There's no business like show business, like business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything that traffic will allow. Nowhere can you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people. They smile and they are low. Turkey that you know will fold. You may be stranded out in the cold, but still you wouldn't change it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. That's right, you know that, and there you are. They are your dressing room, they tell you stop. Go on with the show. Let's go on with the show.
That's all, Frame fans. Don't forget to keep sending your tapes and DVDs to Free Post You've Been Framed, or just go to itv.com/framed, where you can upload your clips direct. Now it's even easier getting your hands on 250 quid if your clip is used in one of our programs. Until next time, cheerio!
Over on ITVB next, Darren's going dinner dating in London. But will it be love over lobster or a soggy old sandwich? And Alan's got himself a date lined up here on ITV2 as well. Stay where you are for 2.5 Men next.